Good evening. I'd like to call to order the 68th annual meeting of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union. 2020 has been anything but a normal year. We're in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, and thus we have to have the board meeting before the end of the year, and that's why we're bringing the board meeting to you through a virtual stream. Many of you may be watching on WTJX Facebook page, St. Thomas Federal Credit Union website, or the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union webpage, Facebook page, I'm sorry. As we call the meeting to order, I would like to welcome Ms. Keisha L. Richard, the Chief Executive Officer of the Credit Union, to the podium to give some opening remarks, welcoming remarks. Ms. Richards.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Keisha L. Richards. I'm your Chief Executive Officer of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union. It is with great pleasure that I welcome everyone who is viewing our annual meeting to this year's annual meeting. This year, this annual meeting comes in a very different measure than we are normally used to. Normally, we have our annual meeting and we are able to come together, our membership, our management, our staff, our board of directors, all of our committees are able to come together and fellowship. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we had to take a different direction this year. Being your chief executive officer and going through the moments of COVID and everything else that we've been going through, this year's annual meeting led me to do nothing but a reflection of where we are and what we have done, what we have accomplished in the last 5 years. This year's annual meeting came at a time when I surprisingly was celebrating my 5-year anniversary as your chief executive officer. 2016 was a year of new beginnings. It was a year of regulatory and service reform. 2017 was a year of extraordinary change as we experienced not one, but 2 Category 5 hurricanes. 2018 was a year of fellowship and rebuilding our community. 2019 was a year of growth and recognition. 2020 is filled with challenges and adversities. However, the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union has remained steadfast and will continue to work in the best interest of our membership. As we move forward, we will look at 2021 and beyond. And within that time, we will definitely work in the best interest of our membership, continue to assume our fiduciary responsibilities within the institution and to our membership, and to maintain a sound and financially strong credit union. We look forward to the upcoming years. We thank you for being a part of the credit union, and we truly, truly look forward to the growth and your continued support. The St. Thomas Federal Credit Union could not have accomplished all that it has without the constant support of our membership, the constant sacrifice of our board of directors, our nominating committee, our supervisory committee, our credit committee. And most of all, we could not be as successful as we are without the dedicated staff of the credit union. I would be remiss if I don't say a heartfelt thank you to everyone, past employees, current employees, and employees to come. Past board of directors, current board of directors, and board of directors to come. All of our committees, board of directors, and employees play such a significant role. Thank you for being a part of the credit union, and we look forward to your continued support.
Thank you, Ms. Richards. And I neglected to announce myself. I'm Clifford Graham, and I serve as the president of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union Board of Directors. I will now give a brief remark before we continue on the agenda. We can definitely say that 2020 has been anything but a normal year. The COVID-19 pandemic has certainly changed our lives in ways we thought it would never have. The pandemic has changed the way in which we work and, more importantly, the way we bank. With that said, I want to sincerely thank the management and staff of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union for their Herculean effort to ensure that your credit union remain open to serve you, the members of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, during these difficult times. Your everyday efforts are truly appreciated, and I say thank you to management and staff. It gave me great pleasure to welcome you, the members, to the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union 68th annual meeting. As president of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, I bring you greeting on behalf of the staff, management, and board of directors to this COVID-era annual meeting format. Although this format is new for our annual meeting, it is being done to ensure the safety of you, the members. In this new era, your credit union is pleased to announce that we have brought banking even closer to you with the introduction of 2 new ATM locations to serve the members. One is located on the western side of town in the Altona area, and the other directly outside of our main office on Noragada. The original ATM at the top of Rappoon Hill has been replaced with an upgraded machine, ensuring our members 3 ATM options. Notwithstanding our accomplishments with additional ATMs on St. Thomas, we want to ensure our St. John members that we are continuing to scout the island for a suitable location for a new ATM to provide similar opportunities for the members living on St. John and for people visiting that island. Despite the financial impact this pandemic has had on the global economy, and more specifically on the Virgin Island economy, with over 77,442 members, your credit union continues to grow. In addition, our asset base has increased to well over $74 million, which is an increase from $65 million during the same period in 2019. Our membership field has grown to include over 59 private sector businesses, in addition to the federal and local government, including autonomous and semi-autonomous instrumentalities. That being said, I truly want to thank all of my board of directors for your service during this past year, and for all of the previous board of directors that have served in the years before. And of course, we have the election results coming in tonight. So let me just congratulate those winners and thank you, the remaining members, for your willingness to serve on the Credit Union Board of Directors. Thank you. With that said, may I have someone to waive the reading of the minutes from the 2019 Board of Directors meeting?
I waive the waiving of the minutes of the 2019 annual meeting.
Moved by Board Member Joanne Barry. Second by Board Treasurer Milton Potter. With that said, we're going to call Board Member Mr. Potter up, the Treasurer of the Board, to give his Treasurer's report. Mr. Potter?
Good evening, everybody. Good evening to the loyal members of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, our president, Mr. Clifford Graham, my fellow directors, our CEO, Ms. Keisha Richards, and the awesome St. Thomas Federal Credit Union management and staff. It's indeed a pleasure to present to you a summary of our financial affairs of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union for the year ending December 31st, 2019. As of December 31st, 2019, St. Thomas Federal Credit Union had a total membership of 7,442 as compared to 7,359 at the end of 2018, demonstrating steady membership growth despite relocations to the U.S. mainland in the aftermath of Hurricanes Irma and Maria in 2017. During that same period, our credit union's assets grew from $65.1 million in 2018 to $69.1 million at the end of 2019, an increase of approximately 6%. Member shares increased from $49.1 million to $51.6 million, an increase of approximately 5%. Loans and investments total $2.9 million in 2019, actually $2,980,193 to be exact in 2019, exceeding all expectations in this challenging economy. That was above 2018's income of $2,947,450. The provision for loan losses in calendar year 2019 was $143,967 as compared to $499,202 in 2018. Overall, the credit union's net income in 2019 was $940,612, significantly more than the $584,593 earned in 2018. Relative to the loan portfolio, the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union granted $29,557,224 in loans in 2019, which is an increase of $1,166,278 compared to the $28,390,946 in loans granted in 2018. Over the past 3 years, our territory has been rocked by two devastating Category 5 hurricanes, weeks apart, and a global pandemic, which caught us all completely off guard. In response to COVID-19, your credit union granted loan deferments and offered emergency loans at an attractive interest rate of 3% and waived the requirement of a credit check. A total of 777 employees took advantage of this opportunity for a cumulative loan total of $2.1 million. You can absolutely count on the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, your credit union. Count on us being there during your time of need. As St. Thomas Federal Credit Union looks towards the future, we endeavor to provide you with state-of-the-art products and services rivaling financial institutions anywhere, with an emphasis on protecting your assets. For your convenience, as I'm sure was mentioned before, we've expanded our ATM network by installing two beautiful modern kiosks at the Medical Arts Complex and in the parking lot adjacent to our main offices. We've also provided the option of online loan applications as well as our VIA bill payment portal. Additionally, last year, your credit union was awarded the highly coveted Credit Union of the Year award in its asset size. This is an award granted to credit unions that demonstrate excellence despite encountering major adversity. It also examines member service growth, asset growth, and excellence in overall management. In addition to receiving this significant award, our federal regulators have recognized the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union as a top-flight credit union, as evidenced by our exemplary regulatory ratings. In conclusion, I would be remiss if I did not thank the staff, management, and board of directors of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union for demonstrating the highest level of professionalism in running the operations of your credit union. Greatness does not happen by accident. It is intentional. We will continue to strive to make the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union amongst the finest financial institutions in America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Potter. Before I call Mr. Selwyn Boomgums, the chairman of the nominating committee, to the podium, I would call the CEO up so she can basically tell you who the candidates were that ran for election this year. Ms. Richards?
Good evening again. The board of directors is significant role within the organization. The board of directors plays, not only is it a significant role, but they also provide oversight of the credit union. This year's candidates for the board of directors is Sharon Amy, Adjunel Brown, Joan Foy, Clinton Hedrington Jr., Delicia Greenaway Henley, Astrid Hippolyte, Milton E. Potter, and Bernice A. Turnbull. I will now call Mr. Selwyn Gums to the podium to disclose this year's election results.
Good evening, everybody. I am Selwyn Gums. I'm part of the nominating committee. I would like to also thank my other members of the nominating committee, Ms. Joy Marsham, Ms. Alicia Gums, and Tishan Hendricks. This year, we had a total of 594 personnel voting for eight members. Holding the number one spot with 401 votes is Milton E. Potter. Second, with 310 votes, Bernice Turnbull. Third, with 292 votes, Clinton Hedrington Jr. Fourth, with 291 votes, Joan Foy. Those were the top vote getters for the Board of Directors 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Boom, for Mr. Gums for giving us that result. If any of you was to the board meeting last year, you would know that Mr. Selwyn Boom always come up and give his report with a little bit of humor. And this year, with the virtual way of us having the board meeting, he just went straight to the cut and tell us what the results were. And let me just congratulate Mr. Milton Potter, Ms. Bernice Turnbull, Mr. Hedrington, and Ms. Joan Foy for being the top 4 candidates that will serve on the board of directors for the next coming year. That being said, and also to thank the other 4 members for really giving their commitment to serve on the board of directors, and I ask that you consider another year, or maybe next year when there's another election. That being said, I'd like to call Ms. Francesca Winnacardi, the Chief Operating Officer, to the podium to give some closing remarks. Ms. Cardi?
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Francesca Winnacardi, and I'm currently serving as the Chief Operations Officer of this prestigious financial institution. On behalf of the Board of Directors, committee members, management, and staff, we would like to thank you for attending our 68th annual meeting and Board of Directors election. We would also like to thank the management and staff of WTJX, the Virgin Islands Port Authority, Ms. Feja Lima of Misol Creations, and CU South, our core processor, for making our first virtual annual meeting a success. Thank you to all the members that visited our website or the credit union to cast their votes for the 2020 Board of Directors candidates, and we congratulate all of the winners. We encourage our members to utilize the many electronic services we offer, especially during this pandemic period. Our 3 ATMs located at Altona Professional Center on the western side of the island, our downtown location on Norregata, and our Alcoens Plaza location on Rappoon Hill are now functional and ready for your transactions. Stay tuned for additional services and products that are coming soon to a credit union near you. St. Thomas Federal Credit Union, the best kept secret in banking. Please do have an enjoyable evening, and we look forward to serving you in the near future and seeing you at our 69th annual meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wenacardi. Now I will entertain a motion so we can adjourn the 68th annual meeting of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union.
Mr. President, I move that we adjourn the 68th annual meeting of the Federal Credit Union.
A motion to adjourn the 68th annual credit union meeting was moved by member Joanne Barry. Second by member Milton Potter. Officially, the meeting will be closed and the booklet will be available on the website to view, and a few limited copies in the office for those that can't download it off the website. We want to thank you for joining us at this virtual meeting of the St. Thomas Federal Credit Union 68th annual meeting. Thank you and have an enjoyable evening. And be safe, everyone.